Hello and welcome to In Response. This is a show where we discuss the most dangerous cardboard rectangles that you are likely to find in your local Commander game. My name is Will, and after 10 years of slam-a-jamming in and around a very competitive shop EDH environment, I feel like I'm ready to be your safari guide on a tour of the Elder Dragon Highlander equivalent of the FBI's most wanted list. We're going to start with Commander Legends cards because it's the new set on the block. A lot of the cards we're going to be talking about are legendaries. Normally, I'm not going to single out commanders as high-value targets because spending resources to kill commanders isn't that productive because they keep coming back. Plus, it can kind of make you look like the bad guy at the table if you're just out here smoking someone's commander over and over again. Also, a lot of the cards in this video are green. You might find yourself wondering if I'm biased against green.
No.
The Staff of Domination has been reprinted in the year of our Lord 2020. It slices, it dices, it gains life, taps, untaps, draws cards, and untaps itself. If you have infinite mana, it can do all of these things at infinite speed, infinite times. But Will, how does anyone ever get infinite mana in an Elder Dankman high standard game? So yeah, if you see the Staff of Domination hit the battlefield, something terrible is about to happen. Counterspell that staff. Hit it with the K-grip. Get it out of there before somebody draws infinite cards and wins with Labman, or gains infinite life and wins with Felidar Sovereign, or blasts everybody with the Aetherflux Reservoir. Kodama of the East Tree is a partner commander with a lot of words on it that doesn't directly affect anyone's board state, and doesn't do anything right away. So there's a good chance it's going to fly under the radar in a lot of games. Here's basically how it works. Every permanent that enters the battlefield when you have Kodama turns into a 2-for-1. You buy a creature, you get another creature, artifact, enchantment, planeswalker, or land of the same cost or less into play for free. If you get a token into play, it lets you play a land. If you have a Deadeye Navigator, everything in your hand now costs 2 mana, basically. You heard it from me first. You gotta kill this Kodama. Bust out the chainsaw. Chop him down. Do not try to outplay someone who is getting 2 spells to your 1. Spending 9 mana to get 10 lands is pretty good. Typically, if this spell resolves, you're looking at a player who has 2 to 3 times as much mana as everyone else at the table. And that's not even the real problem here. Look closely at the card. What key word is missing from it?
Basic.
That's right. It doesn't say basic land. You can go get any 10 lands. Valakut and 9 mountains for 27 damage is an option. A really enterprising cheesebag could be getting Cabal Coffers, Urborg, Nykthos, Thespian Stage, Dark Depths, Maze of Ith, Command Beacon, Reliquary Tower, and a Rogue's Passage off of this one card. That means they could be untapping with a jillion black mana and an unblockable, indestructible 2020 flying Merit Lage token. If your opponent has a single Guild Gate in play, they could use this spell to tutor up 9 more Guild Gates and a Maze's End to win on the spot next turn. You do not want Reshape the Earth to resolve. Counter it with a Spell Swindle and take the mana for yourself. Bust out the Opposition Agent and take your own lands. Go old school, hit him with the Shadow of Doubt. No, not Master Oogway. Not my sweet turtle boy. What did he ever do to anyone? Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Arkelos is far and away one of the nastiest stacks commanders I've ever seen.
That is bad news.
Having all permanents, including lands, come into play tapped is pretty bad by itself. It gets a lot worse when you can only untap 1 land each turn. When you see this turtle hit the table at the start of the game, I want you to look at that player in the eye and ask them, point blank, are you playing stacks? If they hesitate, if the answer is anything other than a convincing no, you know what to do.
Tonight I dine on turtle soup.
Alright, let's talk about Belb. Belbay? Belby. Belby seems pretty straightforward, right? Everybody gets 2 mana for each opponent of yours that they make lose life on their turn. Here's how it's probably going to work in a 4-player game. Belby is going to play a swamp and drop one of these 5 different 1-mana creatures that makes everyone lose 1 life. And then, the turn after that, they're going to cast Belby. And they're going to swing with their tiny guy, make everybody lose 1 life. On their second main phase, they're going to get 6 colorless mana and cast a Wormcoil Engine on turn 2. So, that was in response, and for the purposes of generating YouTube engagement and also my own curiosity, I have one question for you. What cards did I miss? Let me know in the comments.